Hey everybody, Scott with Tango Down Production here. I want to talk with you a little bit about the recent shooting that happened here in Aurora, Colorado. I live in Inglewood, which is another suburb of Denver, about 15 minutes out from Aurora. Not terribly too far from my doorstep. But for those of you who haven't heard about it, it involved the opening night of the movie Batman. A mad gunman went in through an emergency exit. He was carrying an AR-15 platform rifle. Probably not too far different than the one I own right there. He had two 40 caliber Glock handguns. He had a shotgun in his car that he never brought in, thank God. He opened fire on the crowd after dispersing two, I believe it was, from what I heard, CS canister onto the ground, and they took effect as the movie started in the opening scene, and he opened fire. He took 12 lives. 3 veterans were in that crowd that were of the 12 that were killed, and a 6-year-old girl. So this coward, this weakling, James Holmes is his name, and he was taken alive outside the theater in his car. So he's awaiting trial, of course, the process there. But the question that was posed to me by one of my viewers, and I want to relay this question back to you, is do you think that if a concealed carry holder had been in the crowd that night, could the shooting of the gunman been averted? Just all out together stopped, or possibly less loss of life occurred? Me answering that, I don't know, because I'll tell you right now, I mean, outside of all the people in the crowd, which I'm sure there were several veterans in the crowd, on top of the 3 that were shot and killed, most people in that crowd were civilians, and CS gas being dispersed isn't common to the civilian, and so when that happens, this guy had a gas mask on, he had body armor, he had a ballistic helmet, and so he was prepared. And so when he chucked the CS, I mean, immediately that stuff affects your mucous membranes, your eyes water, snot begins to pour your throat, and your lungs begin to burn. It's a very, very it debilitates the human body as far as your function, because once people can't breathe, immediately you go into panic mode. So the forebrain takes over, and you got, once that does, that's responsible for 4 things in the human body: fight, flight, feeding, and fornicating. So majority of the people, you've got mass pandemonium because you got the movie playing, you got CS in the air, and now you got live gunfire coming into the crowd. People are falling down, being shot, people are screaming. I think there was 60-some or so wounded. Oh, and touching real quick, when he brought his AR-15 in, he had a Korean knockoff of the Betamax that holds 100 rounds in there. I'm glad he had that, because that thing's a piece of crap, and it jammed up, and he had to drop the rifle and go to a secondary and go to pistol, which probably actually saved a lot of lives. A lot of you may not know, but pistol wounds are 80% survivable, whereas rifle wounds are most likely fatal. So just food for thought there. But that being said, this guy came in there and he popped that CS and started firing. Could a concealed carry holder made a difference? I say this is my answer. Yes, if the concealed carry holder is sharp, good sheepdog, identified the threat early, and immediately took action. Okay? Because the minute he popped that gas and he starts shooting, everybody's running on his OODA loop. Everybody's running on his, so he's got the game. He's in control of it. He's the chess master. If one person could have recognized that right off the bat, broke concealment, and opened fire on this coward, and yeah, he was armored up, but maybe got a lucky shot and caught him in the neck, the head, some soft tissue. Because the guy was a weakling. He was a coward. I guarantee you, the minute he would have took a round to his body, an actual round that could have hit, broke flesh, crushed bone, and started creating blood loss, he'd have shut down. He'd probably crumple to the floor like a little bitch. So you know what? Maybe. If the concealed carry holder could have acted quickly and efficiently, yes, it could have probably made a difference. But by the time he started shooting and CS was in the air, I don't think so. I really don't think it would have mattered. Simply because now you got mass pandemonium, people are tripping over people, people are getting shot and falling down in front, they're pushing past people to get away. So you, depending on where you are in the theater, makes a difference. If you'd have been in the front row, you might have been one of the first to die. Even so, had you broke concealment and been trying to get out of there, there's people running in front of you, people falling down in front of you. Just to be able to break off an educated, well-aimed shot at that point with CS in the air is very, very, very minimal. My little man here just decided to come out of bed. Come here, buddy. But I'll tell you what, if I got to go down, I'm going to go down fighting, because every night my goal is to come home to this little precious bundle of joy. I love him to death. He's my little hero. So, my little man here. So, had I been there and it been an opportunity, I mean, normally I like to sit near the right, center, near, so I can pop out and exit quick if I ever had to. So I don't know, maybe I would have been like, whoa, I'm out of here, you know, grab my loved one and get out of there, egress, because, I mean, I'm limited resources. I mean, all of you know I carry a pretty aggressive loadout, but still, I mean, I'm not equipped to deal with CS, you know, and I've been exposed to it in the military. I was in the military almost 12 full years, and I'll tell you right now, it never got any easier dealing with that gas chamber. It sucks. So, I don't know, had I been able to handle it or not, but the fact of the matter is, guys, I want you to answer that question, okay? I want you to think, if there had been a concealed carry holder in that crowd, do you believe it would have made a difference? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Post comments in the section down below. Let's debate it a little bit. Let's keep it educated and mature, okay? Because immature, ridiculous comments are not going to be tolerated, okay? So keep that in mind. Also, I want to note the liberals are already attacking the AR-15 rifle platform, because one gun in the hands of a madman makes them all evil. Apparently, if guns commit crime, mine must be broken. Okay, I want to dedicate a national Make the Liberals Mad Day, and everybody go buy an AR-15 rifle. Okay, everybody that's a legal law-abiding citizen, I want you to go buy an AR-15. Okay, just to prove to the liberals that they're not bad rifles. Okay, the gun contains no conscience. It contains no good, no evil. It is strictly and solely the intent of the user that decides any and all outcomes with this rifle. Okay, with any gun, for that matter. I want to say my heartfelt sympathy and prayers go out to the families of the victims fallen. God rest their souls. It's unfortunate that they lost their lives in that tragic event, and may Godspeed to you and your family, and help you heal in your wounds. And let's hope that this trial of this scumbag coward proves that there is something there that you know, that can provide answers and closure for some of the family. But one more thing I did want to mention real quick before closing, and this is a kind of a key point. A lot of people say, well, why wasn't there a concealed carry holder in the crowd out of about 100 people on opening night? I'll tell you why, and this is just something, this is my food for thought. First off, Aurora is a giant cesspool. Okay, anybody who lives there and watches this video and you disagree with me, you're a liar. Okay, there's no good part of Aurora. That city is a cesspool. If the earth swallowed it tonight, tomorrow morning we'd wake up and the earth would have puked it back out. That's how big of a cesspool it is. Concealed carry holders, for the majority, from what I've seen, they don't like walking into an area where they know there's going to be a gunfight. We try to avoid gunfights, okay? I don't carry a gun so I can get into a gunfight. I carry one so that if one is ever brought to me, I'm prepared to face it and deal with it and go home to my little precious bundle of joy over there, okay? So, my big thing is, I'm telling you right now, guys, concealed carry holders don't go out to Aurora at midnight to try and find trouble or put themselves in a situation where they could be involved in a shooting, okay? That's just my experience, okay? So that's probably one good reason why there wasn't a concealed carry holder in that crowd, because he knew better than to be out in Aurora at midnight. So, anyway, alright, enough of my tangent, guys. God bless you guys, and you take care, alright?
Yeah.